Welcome to the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Rapids post-game show. Tyler Rains here, and what a crazy game this was. Back and forth. The Grand Falls Rapids fall 5-4 in a shootout to the Miramichi Timberwolves after what was, like I said, a crazy back and forth contest. You may have noticed that I wasn't there to finish out the third period, and that was because I am using the rest of my voice that I have left here today to bring you the post game here. Battling a little bit of vocal issues as a result of being sick, so I'm going to do my best to break the game down for you while still keeping my voice as well. So it starts early when the Grand Falls Rapids, they go up 2-0 early in the game, hold on to that lead for most of it, and then they end up surrendering in the last 10 minutes of the third period. They end up surrendering a 4 unanswered goal lead. The Miramichi Timberwolves would capitalize on that, and once again, not something that you want to be in the midst of. And I talked about how it was going to be a high-scoring affair. It doesn't matter what side you're cheering for, whether it is Grand Falls or Miramichi. This one was nothing short of the goals. Derek Bird got his very first MHL goal. It was a long time coming. We were talking to his friends and family, and they said once he breaks out of that slump, he may not stop scoring. We saw that tonight. He finally broke that rookie slump, and he got his first goal in the MHL. Caleb McDonald puts them up 2-0 in the second period. They would hold on to that lead until the third. Jerome Gilbert gets one back for the Timberwolves at 1 minute and 12 seconds in. Caleb Van de Ven would get the next goal at 3:37, and then they would score 2 more again. Jerome Gilbert and Ryan Hackett getting the other 2 goals to go ahead 4-2 for the Timberwolves. And then tying up the game again was Rafael Michaud with his 2nd of the year, and Jeremy Dastu with his 4th of the year to send this game to overtime. Now, overtime was a blast. It was that high-pressured scoring chances that you would normally see. Every time that this team has gone to overtime this season at home has been something impressive, has been something incredible, and something that was worth watching for sure. They had a lot of really great scoring chances and capitalized on almost every opportunity they got. There was a time when Jeremy Dastu, he broke in and he was ready to pop the puck in the back of the net, but Jack Flanagan stood very tall to that challenge. Eventually we go to a shootout, and the Timberwolves strike first was an incredible shot, and I have to give full credit to Jerome Gilbert, who had himself a game, scoring that first goal for the Timberwolves. Then the Rapids get their chance to shoot first, and that was Raphael Denis, who scored possibly the most disgusting shootout goal I think I've ever seen. I'm going to play that clip next, and let me know what you think about this one.
And going out for the first shootout attempt for the Grand Falls Rapids. The blue liner working his way in on the right side. With time, stops up, brings it to the backhand.
So I don't know about you, but I think that was probably one of the nicest shootout goals I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that because it was Raphael Denis who did it, but that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Justin David then gets the go-ahead goal in the shootout for the Timberwolves. Jeremy Dastu goes up to shoot, cannot put it in the back of the net. Riley Callan goes up, no goal for him. Dawson Grady has to score to keep this one alive, and he is stopped stone cold by Jack Flanagan. And I have to give the Rapids a full amount of credit here. They played themselves a great game with the exception of those goals that they let up. They ended up playing themselves an amazing game, and to say the very least, it was entertaining. It had the wow factor. It had almost everything that you would want except for a win. They ended up getting a point. They have now tied the Fredericton Red Wings for 5th place in the East League North Division. The Miramichi Timberwolves escape with the extra point and continue to climb up in the standings as well. And now this game is done and dusted. It's a shootout loss. But the next game, I think arguably the more important game of the two, is the Edmundston Blizzard coming to town on Sunday afternoon. They make their trip up the highway with vicious intent. They look to decimate the Rapids. The Rapids looking to get back into things, rebound from their shootout loss, and end up putting the hurt on on Edmundston's point streak and on their win streak, getting back into the win column. That's going to be a very, very entertaining game. We talked a lot about the rivalry between these two teams. We talked about it with Cole McWilliam, with Mark Dubé and so many others on the pregame shows, and it's such a special rivalry. If you have not gotten the chance to go and see an Edmundston Grand Falls game, it is worth it 100%. I will tell you that for free. It's just a different level. You think Montreal Canadiens, Toronto Maple Leafs level rivalry, that is what the Edmundston Grand Falls rivalry is like here in Grand Falls. And I have to say, this is going to be a game that you're going to want to win. You get a point out of tonight, the boys have a day to rest and a day to recover, and then you're back at it Sunday afternoon, and it's going to be one that is not going to get any easier. It's going to be vicious, it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be a fun one. So that being said, we are going to be joined by Grand Falls Rapids defenseman Tyrell Mulrooney here in just a second. Didn't get to play tonight, but it seemed like it was just an absolute fireball on both sides, a 5-4 shootout loss for the Rapids. How did the game look from where you were sitting there?
It looked pretty good. I thought the boys started real good. It looked like they lost a bit of gas or something, but they ended up crawling up, tying the game up, and lost in the shootout, but we still managed to get a point out of it. So I thought it was pretty good.
And we saw the amount of effort that was there from this team, as we've seen time and time again. Resilience is the key here. Almost just came within inches of winning. What can you say on the character of this team and how impressive it is?
Well, we had a bit of trouble, winning, but no one's giving up. We're just staying at it. We did our all.
And we saw in the shootout Raphael Denis with probably one of the nicest shootout goals I've ever seen. He's just such an important part of this team. What has he meant to you so far as someone who's been in the room with him?
He's just a great guy, on and off the ice. A great guy to be around. He lifts the team up. It's awesome to have him back.
And obviously, going into the next game against Edmundston, it's Sunday afternoon. You've been a part of this Grand Falls Rapids team for quite a while now. You've got to play the Blizzard quite a bit. What's that rivalry like in your eyes, and how special is it just to see these two teams play each other?
It's really good. They're a good team. I think we're a good team, so we just got to show up and give it our all, and hopefully we're coming up with 2 points.
And then when it comes to getting that win, you mentioned just giving it your all. What's the key to the victory on Sunday afternoon going into Edmundston?
The key is just to bear down, and just play a simple game, and I think they're a pretty physical team, so we gotta, finish our hits and hopefully we get the 2 points out of that.
There we go, and thank you very much for taking the time to do this, Tyrell, and good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.